Hi there, welcome back to my channel, Nail Art by Sin. Thank you for joining me today as we recreate a beautiful Hat Lady's nail art design that can be used for Valentine's Day or any day of the year. So without further ado, let's get started. Today we are going to recreate this beautiful Valentine nail design that I created. I love the silhouettes basically of the ladies wearing hats, and then I foiled two of the nails with some pink and red rosebud foiling paper. So for this design we are going to be using Guibofu white as the primary background color, and then I'll be using Guibofu black as far as drawing the design. And then I've got to find a red, probably the Jodstone red that I've been using for Valentine hearts. So let me pull that out. And this is the Jodstone red. So the Jodstone red is 0193. Beautiful, beautiful red color. And then the Guibofu black is 003. And the Guibofu white is 002. So for starters, I have already painted my nail tips that I'm going to be doing the design on in the Guibofu white. And these are actually a set of nails that I'm going to be wearing. So this shape of nail is called French Ballet, medium length. And these that I actually practiced on are nail tips that I do not wear. I don't use these, so I just use them for basically my sample or my practice nails, so that I'm not gonna, I don't wear these, or I don't expect anybody else to wear them. It just gives me quite a bit of real estate without going to a long nail. So I do use these different shape. But anyways, here is the shape that I'm going to be using for myself, and I've already got these tips fitted to my nails. So I'm going to put one aside, and I'm going to be using my 001 artist pen to help me draw some of the shapes. And I've got my 100% acetone here. And then I will pull out my brushes that I'm going to be using, and so we'll go ahead and get started. I also went ahead and wiped off the tacky layer that's on all the nails with some just pure alcohol. And yeah, so I'm going to start with the thumb, and I'm going to draw this design on this nail here. Just a basic drawing, and then I'll use my black detail brush to outline in black. So we'll go ahead and get started with this one. What I'm going to do is probably draw the bottom of the torso first, which is this right here. So let's see here, we'll start about right here. Okay, we're going to do the neckline right here. And then do a shoulder right here with the other side of her neckline right like that. Okay. And going to do her, basically the bottom of her face like that. And going to go up a little bit and start the tip of the hat, which basically goes like that. And then it comes up like that. And then here, going to do
the top of the hat here. There you go. I think that's perfect. And then off to the side, we're just going to do a little eyebrow and her little eye, just like that. Then I will do the lips here once I get to that part. Okay, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my black polish, which I will use to outline my design. Okay, I'm gonna just load my brush up real good. Alright, and I think I'm gonna start with the torso again. So all right, and I'm going to do her little neckline here. Then I'm going to do her little shoulder. I'm going to do her jawline here. Going to do her little eyebrow. And then do her little eye. There you go. I think that's a little too thick on the end, so let me remove that. Let me get my cleaner brush. Okay. Let's do her little eye again. Let's see here. I think that eyebrow might be a little too thick, so let's just remove the whole thing, and then I'll start over. Okay, start over again. That's much better. All right, now we're going to do the brim of her hat, which I think needs to come down a little lower towards the eyebrows. So let's do that. Okay. Right. Let's do the top portion of her hat. Now we're going to do some, I think we're going to do the little earring. I'm thinking I should do the little earring in a heart. That's kind of what I want to do. All right, so I'm going to take some red. And we're using the Jadstone 0193 for the red. And I think I better put this in the lamp for 60 seconds just so I don't smear anything. And I'm going to use a dotting tool, maybe this side right here for the earring and for the lips as well. All right, so now we're going to do the little red earring. Let's try. Okay, let's do that for 30 seconds, and then I will put on a second coat on that little heart. Let's put a little bit more red. Clean the brush. Okay, now we're going to see if maybe we can do a set of lips like about right here. All right, let's try and do that. Maybe the lips are a little too big for the face, so let's try and remove that. Sorry about that, guys. It's all by trial and error with me here. Okay, let's see how this is going to go. All right, let's go back to smaller lips. just can't seem to line up those lips good, so let's try another way. Try a smaller brush. This is a 9mm. Let's try this one. Let's see here. All right, that seems to have gotten all the red off. All right, there are her little lips and a little heart earring, so we will cure this. Right. Now we're going to attempt this little girl here. She's got one eye popping out from under that hat. It's going to be this middle one here. I'm going to draw her little hat, which kind of goes like this. And this hat has another line there, and then a top line like this, like that. Kind of goes like that. Little flower there. And she's got a very long ponytail that goes down like that. And her little face frame. Her little chin like this. And then she's got her little neck right there. And that's basically it to her. She's got an eye. Kind of goes like this. And then she's got her little eyelashes that go there. She has a little lip here. Gonna remove the lip line. I think I'm gonna try to just freehand the lips again. Okay. All right. Let's start with her little outline. We'll do with her little neck first. And we'll start with her little ponytail. There you go. All right, then we'll do her little jawline over here. Now we'll start with her little hat line. Going into her little eye area here. And then her little extended, just like that. Okay. And we're going to do, let's get red. Let's get her little earring over here. You know what? I better cure this first because I don't want it to smear. Here's the first one. She looks pretty good. can tell. There's a torso silhouette there. There's a hat there. And then here is her lips and her little heart earring, her eye. It's not perfect, but it'll do. I want to share with you guys that I love Dorota Polika. I don't know how you pronounce her name, but this is her YouTube name. Actually, this is where I got some of the patterns from. There's other YouTubers that are doing these designs, but I love watching her channel. I have learned so much. So thank you, Miss Dorota Polika. I love her designs. This is another one of hers. So pretty. Okay, let me get my little... Let me get her little heart earring going. She put a little circle earring, but I'm doing little heart earrings, especially because it's Valentine's Day. That looks so cute right there. So I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds, and then I'll come back and do the lips. For some reason, I have a problem making lips. It's not easy. She makes it look easy, but it's not easy. Okay, so now let's start with the little lip area. Let me get me some, let's try some little red dots here. Okay. Let's see what I can do. That looks good. I like those. Okay, let me just try and take a little bit off of the top area, see if I don't mess this up. Give them a little bit of an indentation there. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks pretty good. Right, there are the lips on this one. We're going to cure this. And then we are going to do our last little girl, which is this one here. Now this one I did have a hard time with. She goes on a small nail. So let's see. Okay, let's see. So we're going to start with a thin neck. And start with her little dress. Okay. And gonna do her little head here, her chin. And then we're gonna do her hat. Which kind of is slanted, so it kind of goes like that. And then it goes like that. And then the top part here. There you go. All right. Here we go with more black to do her outline. Her neck is a little thinner on this snail because it's smaller. She has a very long torso. There you go. I'm going to start with her little face frame. Okay. And then we're going to do her little ear right here. And then we're going to do her hat. Her hat goes at an angle. It's a pretty thick little stripe, so we'll try to replicate that. Then her other band is thick as well. And then her little round part up here is not that thick. There you go. And that looks good. I'm going to clean up this little drawing part right here real quick. Okay. So now let's get this cured. This one came out. So all right, so here we are. And we're going to, she has no eyes, so she only has lips and earrings, so that's what we're going to do. Give her 2 little heart earrings. Okay, so the ladies and their hats are done and completed, and the only thing left to do is to do the nail foiling on these two nails. So we are going to do that right now. And of course, I'm going to use my artistic paint. It's Artistic Paint Studio foil adhesive. It's a Artsyville embellishment, and this is perfect for nails. It's like a flawless foil transfer, always. So just going to open it up, and I'm going to get my nail adhesive brush that I use. Just this one right here. I have a little label on it, so this is the only thing I use this brush for. So I'm going to coat this really lightly on the whole nail. Okay. I have another brush that works a little better than this one. It's this one here, and I've got it labeled for foil glue. So let me put this one on. This one covers a little quicker. Okay. And this is actually an air dry adhesive. And I'm going to put this in my air dryer, which I'll show you where it is. It is this little dryer that I have over here. I usually use it when I use regular polish. So I'm going to set it for about 5 minutes. And in the meantime, I do close this up very well because I don't want any air getting to it. Just tighten it up pretty well. And then I'm going to pull out my nail foil, and that looks like this right here. And here is the nail foil that I have with that pattern on it. So I will be using this. And these are out of the air dryer already, and they are ready. They're very tacky. So we are going to just place the nail where I want, pick the design that I want, and this is it right here. So this is so easy, guys. I mean, trust me, No fail on this one. So we are going to place this on this nail just like that. And I am going to start rubbing it all the way on all sides. I just love this stuff. I used to have so many problems with transfer foils. I just don't know what it was about the transfer foils. Doesn't matter what kind I bought, what brand it was. It just produced problems and I couldn't get a good transfer on everything. And I've watched so many videos on how to. I just couldn't do it. And then I came across this this is what the bottle looks like. So it's APS, and it's the name of the company actually is Artistic Paint Studio, and it's called foil adhesive, and the bottle has the name Artsyville Embellishment Foil Adhesive. They use this to foil furniture, to foil clothing, jackets, jeans, you name it, and it foils everything. And so I emailed the company and I said, is there any way that this can be used on, say, artificial nails or nails in general, nail art? And they emailed me back right away. The owner's name is Jennifer. And she said, absolutely, this is safe. You can use this. And that's it. That's all it took for me. Okay, I'm going to get ready to pull this off. You can see that it's lifted off. And check this out, guys. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Put the light right on it so you can see it, but there it is. Now, if you have a little piece maybe that just didn't transfer over, I mean, it takes nothing to just put the same color over it, and it will. I mean, if you want to be a perfectionist about it like I am. It will do it. That is perfect to me. Couldn't ask for anything more perfect. There you go. It's absolutely perfect. And we're going to do the next nail. That's this one here. And I'm going to use this area right here. Perfect. There you go. And that's a perfect transfer as well. You did awesome. So I'm very, very happy with these. And there you go. Very nice. So now that you have watched me do this, I'm going to finish the rest of this set off camera, and I'll be back to show you the final reveal. Thank you so much.
Here is the final reveal of my Hat Lady nail art design. I truly love it, and I thank you for watching my video in its entirety, and please come back to my channel for more fun videos. Have a blessed day.